Today I'm gonna sim the playoffs 14 times to see which team wins the most Super Bowls. Now, why did I choose the number 14? Well, that's simple. There are 14 teams left that have a chance at the Lombardi. So in a perfect world, every single team will win the Super Bowl in this experiment. Here's how the bracket is looking. The Steelers at the Bills, Dolphins at the Chiefs, Browns at the Texans, Ravens with the 1 seed in the AFC, Niners with the 1 seed in the NFC, Packers at the Cowboys, Rams at the Lions, and the Eagles at the Buccaneers. Simulation number 1 going straight to the Super Bowl. And speaking of the number 14, can we get the 1,400 likes on this video? In our first sim, we have the Cowboys and the Bills, both 2 seeds, meeting in the Super Bowl. They both had a fight from the wild card round, won extremely close games in the divisional, and then took care of the 1 seed in their respective conferences. Now, for every team's first appearance in the Super Bowl, we're going to watch the first drive, and then after that we'll sim to the end of the game. If it's close, we'll hop back in. Gilmore with the nice deflection on the first pass by Allen. Speaking of Josh, crazy game he had last night. Bills caught the W and win the division once again. He's taken off for a nice gain. Sometimes you watch that man scramble, you're like, how do they not win every game when he's scrambling like this? He just doesn't turn it over. They're going to be very tough to beat. Allen keeps the chains moving. Uh-oh. Kincaid with back-to-back catches. They're inside the Cowboys territory. Is that the new formula? Getting 2 nasty tight ends, Knox and Kincaid, along with an elite wide receiver. Look at Dalton. And then you have Gabe Davis, who looks like prime Randy Moss every 4 games or so. It's no secret why the Bills are in this Super Bowl. Diggs with the reception. They're inside the 15. Empty backfield for the Bills, trying to cap this drive off with a touchdown. 4-man rush. Josh, touchdown. Buffalo takes the first lead. Dallas on their first play of the Super Bowl getting nowhere. Bills still have Von Miller. I know he hasn't had the season that they wanted, but he is still on the team. And in Madden, he's still at 89 overall. Wreaking havoc already. Dak getting hit as he throws it. Pollard with the reception. Let's see if they can keep the chains moving. 4-man rush. Dak scrambling for his life, going downfield, out of bounds. Buffalo looking to get revenge on Dallas in the Super Bowl. They've already lost to them before. Back in the 90s, can they finally right the ship and get their first Super Bowl win in franchise history? Well, they've given up 24 unanswered. Finally, they answered back with a field goal in the 4th quarter, but it's too little too late. The Cowboys are going to win the first Super Bowl in this experiment. Here we go in simulation number 2. Same exact Super Bowl as the first one. Buffalo versus Dallas. This time, the Browns make it to the AFC Championship game. Once again, they both had a fight from the wild card round, so they are earning these Super Bowl appearances. 1 possession win for both of them in the conference championship game. The Niners fall 1 game short. So since we've seen both of these teams in action already, we're going to sim straight to the end. If it's very close, we will hop back in. Right now, the Bills and the Cowboys both tied up, heading into halftime. Actually, I spoke too soon. The Cowboys take the lead in the 3rd quarter. No points for the Bills since their first touchdown, and they're going to lose in the Super Bowl again. Dallas with a commanding 2 Super Bowl to none lead. Sim number 3. Will the Cowboys three-peat before any other team can get even 1? Finally, we have 2 new teams. It's both 1 seeds, the Niners and the Ravens. A repeat of the Harbaugh versus Harbaugh Super Bowl. Now, they both had first-round byes. Well deserved. And this time, they weren't playing any games. Niners with a blowout in the divisional round. They won very close games in the conference championship. San Fran finally got revenge over Dallas. Now, let's see if they can get revenge on Baltimore. A lot of people are picking this as the Super Bowl matchup, and can you really blame them? I mean, these have been 2 of the best teams all season long. Purdy on his first pass attempt, gonna take off. Do not sleep with him, man. He has wheels low-key. Picking up a solid 16. Very next play, Brock lofting it up to Debo. It's almost intercepted. Roquan Smith is lurking. His Ravens defense is healthy in this experiment. Marlon Humphrey right there with some good coverage, but look at McCaffrey on the next play. 12-yard gain. A few plays later, 3rd down and 5. This would be a crucial stop for the Ravens. Roquan against Kittle. Let's see if they attack that matchup. It's actually zone coverage. Purdy gonna take off again and pick up the 1st down. This time on 1st down and 10, Purdy gonna try Marlon. And this time, Humphrey makes him pay for it. Ravens get the turnover. Not the best start for San Fran. Ricard in motion on 1st and 10. Lamar gonna hand it off. Edwards losing yards. Javon Hargrave with the tackle for a loss. Part of that revamp revamped defensive line for the Niners with Chase Young, Bosa, and company. Oh my goodness! Edwards fumbles the ball, San Fran scoops it up, and now they're in amazing field position. So both teams are even in a turnover category. San Fran only gets 3 off of that drive, but they do end up getting 7 on their next drive. Baltimore also has a touchdown, but now they're down multiple possessions, 28-7 in the fourth quarter. San Fran is going to win their first Super Bowl in this video. So that's 3 simulations down. All 3 Super Bowls belong to the NFC. Simulation number 4, another repeat of the Bills versus Cowboys. Third time in the video we've gotten this matchup. This time the Dolphins get to the AFC Championship game, and somehow the Eagles get to the NFC Championship game. As an Eagles fan, I do not see them getting that far. Wouldn't be surprised if they do not get to the Super Bowl at all in this experiment. But look at Miami though, getting all the way to the Conference Championship game. You have a chance to get 4 straight Super Bowls going to the NFC, and it could be 3 out of 4 for Dallas. But Buffalo does strike first in this one. At one point they had a nice 14-3 lead, but Cowboys are not going away. 13-14. They take the lead in third quarter. It's tied up. Going into the fourth, we finally have a close game. Gotta wonder if Buffalo scores. Will they go for 2? I doubt it, but you never know. Laser by Allen. Kincaid's down to the 3. Bunch to the left. Another pass. Wide open. Touchdown, Gabe Davis. They're gonna go for 2. Let's go. I love to see it, man. 3 tight end set. Here we go. Josh, what was that? Oh my god, there was no pressure, and he just threw it straight into the dirt. So here we go. The onside kick. They need a miracle to avoid losing their 3rd Super Bowl in this video, and they're not gonna get it. I respect the play call. Unfortunate outcome for Buffalo. NFC wins another one. On to simulation number 5. Hopefully we can get some new teams in the big game. Surprise, surprise, Dallas is in the Super Bowl again, but this time there's a different opponent. Kansas City makes it all the way from the wild card round. Yeah, it's different territory for the Chiefs, not being in Arrowhead for almost all of their playoff games, but they took care of business. 42-10 against the Ravens in the championship game. The Eagles 3 points away from the Super Bowl. So we've seen Dallas in action multiple times. They're going to sim past their first possession, and the Chiefs defense forcing a quick 3 and out. So that's a good start from Kansas City. They have a chance to be the first AFC team to win a Super Bowl in this video. Mahomes to Kelsey, gonna see a lot of that. That's probably how they got this far in the first place. Could also be Rashee Rice, who has some abilities now. Kelsey shaking off a tackle, picking up a first. Gonna need everyone healthy if they're gonna have a chance to make a run. Mahomes trying to escape the pocket. He throws an interception straight to Deron Bland, the INT leader on the season. You cannot turn the ball over against a team this good. Dallas makes them pay for it. They put up 7 off of that turnover. They have the ball back again. They get another touchdown. Off to a blistering start. Even after going 3 and out on their first possession, Kansas City finally gets some points in the third quarter, but is it too little too late? Down 17-3. Look at the Cowboys. 4 Super Bowl wins out of our first 5 simulations. This is unbelievable. Another one for Dak Prescott and company. On to simulation number 6. We've only seen 5 teams so far in the Super Bowl combined from both conferences. That's what I'm talking about, man. The all-PA Super Bowl. Pittsburgh versus Philadelphia. I already know we're checking out the playoff schedule, so you know there's no force wins. Buffalo goes home in the wild card. Same with Dallas. So our 2 most frequent Super Bowl teams did not even make it out of the wild card this time. Pittsburgh took care of Baltimore in the divisional. The Eagles took care of the Lions, and then they beat San Fran again in the conference championship game, and the Steelers beat the Chiefs. All right, here we go. Steelers on offense first, and I feel the need to say this. You cannot force win games that you're watching. So no matter what happens in this game, that's the outcome. I gotta get that out the way because you already know I'm an Eagles fan. So if they win, people will accuse me of rigging it, but you can't rig it. Once you're watching it, this is what's gonna happen. Warren gets a couple yards, and now everyone's healthy. So I think that is Kenny Pickett at quarterback. Yes, he's the highest overall QB. He's gonna take off and scramble for the first down. Nice play. Gotta shout out my subscriber Jaleel, who emailed me and told me to put this on all Madden and competitive because it's been on simulation for as long as I can remember. And for some reason, the CPU just makes some dumb decisions So hopefully that, you know, helps us out and gets us better gameplay. Like that scramble from Pickett. I'm not sure if he would have done that on simulation. So yeah, shout out to him for that suggestion. Pickett over the middle, finding Pat Fryer move. And Pittsburgh getting through that gauntlet of the AFC is surprising as well. Like, not saying they don't have the talent, but there's just so many good teams and quarterbacks in that conference. But Pickett is trying to etch his name in that conversation. Pickens with the touchdown. Did some bad injuries for the Eagles offense over the past few weeks. First Devontae, then AJ Brown. Hurts' middle finger was bending backwards. I mean, it's just, they're stumbling into the playoffs. Did not get hot at the right time. Got cold at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? Here comes the blitz. Oh, Hurts looked like he was about to take off. Instead, he throws it to Smitty. They move the chains. They're across midfield. Here comes the blitz. And that is very realistic. Philadelphia struggles heavily against the blitz. It's honestly insane how they have not adjusted at all. No audibles, nothing. Every time there's a blitz. But hey, they still have that guy, Dallas Goedert, pushing Philly inside the 20. And now it's Jake Elliott, one of the few players you could trust on Philadelphia. And he's going to end up making it from about 48, 49 yards. Fun start to this one. We're in the second quarter and both teams struggling to score. Pittsburgh going to take the lead into halftime, 10-3 at one point. Philly starting to fall behind, only getting field goals. And would you look at this? The Steelers are going to blow out Philadelphia. And finally, the AFC wins a Super Bowl in this video. It only took 6 sims. But Pittsburgh, who would have thought they'd be the first one to get a Super Bowl in the AFC? Sim number 7. Can Philadelphia make it back? Unfortunately, no. They get blown out in the divisional round. But we have a brand new Super Bowl matchup. We are guaranteed a new Super Bowl winner. The Chiefs taking on the Rams. The Rams are one of the hottest teams heading into the playoffs, man. They have been playing lights out over the past handful of weeks. So it's no surprise that they finally get themselves a Super Bowl appearance. Chiefs back in the Super Bowl for the second time in this video. Let's see if they can get the dub. Los Angeles on offense first with 2 elite wide receivers. They're going to go to one of them. That's Puka Nacua with his first reception in the Super Bowl. Had one of the best rookie wide receiver seasons of all time. Maybe the best, as Stafford throws an incompletion on second down. Brings up a third down and short. Very quick 3 and out is what would happen if they cannot keep the chains moving. Puka in motion. Fake jet sweep. Kyron up the gut. Cannot get there. Nice tackle by Drew Tranquil. So that high-powered offense of the Rams doesn't get any points. Doesn't even get a first down on their first drive. They're down 10-0 at one point, but they answer back with a touchdown of their own in the second quarter. 3-point deficit heading into the third. Late in the game, they're down 7. Kansas City extends their lead. 75-yard touchdown by Mahomes to Pacheco. The Rams down multiple possessions. Could this be back-to-back Super Bowl wins for the AFC? Hold up. The Rams are not going away that easily. Only down 1 possession. They need a stop badly. Can they make it happen? There's 1 timeout. There's the second one. And the Chiefs are gonna go ahead and win their first Super Bowl in this experiment. Will this be the last time we see the Rams in the Super Bowl in this video? We're halfway through. On to simulation number 8. Not too many left for some of these other teams. Hopefully we can at least see them in the Super Bowl, even if they don't win it. We have the Ravens in the Super Bowl against the Cowboys. This is the 2nd appearance for Baltimore and the 5th appearance for the Cowboys. And Dallas is earning these appearances. Look at this. They're starting in a wild card game and taking care of business in every single round. Now the Ravens blew out the Texans. They took care of the Chiefs, and now they're 1 game away from hoisting Lombardi. Both teams have been in the Super Bowl in this video before. Remember, the Ravens in simulation number 3 played against the Niners and ended up losing. This time, let's see if they can get the W. They have the lead in the second quarter, 17-7. First time I think we've seen a team with this much of a commanding lead over the Cowboys in a Super Bowl in this video. Right now, the Ravens in the driver's seat heading into the 4th quarter. They're only up 3 though. Dallas is not going away that easily. Can they take the lead on this drive? Moving the ball, keeping the drive alive. They're inside the 10-yard line and they take the lead. Could they get their 5th Super Bowl win before Lamar gets his first? Or maybe not. I don't know. Either way, Lamar gonna throw a pick and that might be the game. LVE with the huge interception. Credit to the Cowboys for showing resiliency. Pollard gets the first and that should all but do it. And that is number 5 for the Cowboys. Absolutely dominating this video right now. On to simulation number 9. At this point, Cowboys have to be thinking, can they get half of the Super Bowl Bowls in this experiment. If they can get to number 7, that would be insane. Well, they're gonna have another crack at it. Okay, the same exact matchup, the Ravens and the Cowboys in back-to-back Super Bowls. Now, I know they've already won one, but it's kind of crazy that the Niners have only been in the Super Bowl one time in this experiment. Like, what? They lose again, a close one against Dallas. The Chiefs lose to the Ravens in a conference championship game. This right here would be number 6 for the Cowboys in this video alone. Who's going to strike first in this one? Okay, it's the Ravens. They get out to a commanding 10-0 lead. 13-0 at one point. Cowboys finally get a touchdown on the board. 16-7. Still 2-possession game. Ravens are not playing around. Looks like they finally want to hoist the Lombardi. Cowboys making it close, but Baltimore finally gets on the board. They win the Super Bowl. In sim number 9, Lamar is a Super Bowl champion. We have reached double digits. Simulation number 10. Still a ton of teams that have not been in the big game yet. We have the Niners back in it against the Steelers. Their second appearance, looking to get their second Super Bowl win. Look at Pittsburgh's path. They had to take care of the Bills. And then the Ravens. Meanwhile, the Niners blew out the Packers in the divisional, blew out the Eagles in the conference championship game, and the Steelers win by 11 over Kansas City. Both of these teams have already won a Super Bowl. They're both trying to get their second. The Niners start off with a 7-0 lead, but Pittsburgh ties it up in the second quarter. San Fran takes a 3-point lead, but the Steelers take it right back. We're on the seesaw. Niners take the lead again in the fourth quarter. We're tied up late in this one. Can the Steelers tie it up? Yes. Back and forth battle. The Niners losing a turnover battle 2-0, and somehow they have the ball with a chance to win this game on the last drive. Purdy gonna throw it away. Second down and 10. Purdy facing heavy pressure finds his receiver. They're right outside field goal range. Maybe they get a little closer. Try to set up their kicker. Here comes a screen. How do you not cover McCaffrey? First down, San Fran. This is to get the Niners their second Super Bowl win in this video, and it's good. The NFC adds to their lead in terms of Super Bowl wins. 4 simulations left. We are in sim number 11. Still looking to get some of those teams we have not seen yet. Instead, we get a repeat of a matchup we saw a few seasons ago. The Chiefs and the Niners. Been showing every round in every simulation. Just so you guys know, there's no shenanigans going on. Both teams did not have an easy path, man. They only won by 3 in the conference championship. Last time these two teams met in the Super Bowl, Kansas City got the W. But this time, the Niners have Brock Purdy. Okay, so we'll see if that's the difference maker. Right now, they're down 1. Actually, they're up heading into the second half, tied up at 20. Late in the third quarter, we got ourselves a game. Gonna hop in. The Chiefs still need to score a touchdown. They cannot play too conservative. Mahomes to the back of the end zone, out of bounds. Clock stops. Third and goal, 11 seconds left. It is a 100% 4-down territory for Kansas City. So maybe you just try to get a little closer. Let's see what they decide to do. Mahomes to the end zone, touchdown. The rookie Rashee Rice putting Kansas City on top. The Chiefs win their second Super Bowl of the video and help the AFC catch up in the win column. 3 simulations left. We still haven't seen 6 teams total. In a perfect world, we'll see those matchups in these last sims. Finally, we get the Buccaneers in the Super Bowl. They're up against Lamar and the Ravens. Good for Tampa Bay, man. Shout out to Baker. Got that $1 million incentive just by making it to the playoffs. He's going to start off with a completion to Evans. Well, their first drive on the biggest stage end up with any points. Right now, they are in field goal range, but Baker gets hit as he throws it. That's a laser to Chris Godwin. They're down to the 6. 2 wide receivers to the right. Here comes another blitz from the Ravens. Almost intercepted. These quarterbacks gotta stop testing Marlon Humphrey. Still a nice start by the Buccaneers. Let's see if they can hold on to the lead. They get a stop on the Ravens next drive, but they're only getting field goals. So Baltimore takes the lead after getting 2 touchdowns in a row. They're up 8 in the third quarter. Tampa Bay needs a touchdown badly. Otherwise, it's not looking good, and they could not make it happen. They get stuck with 6 points. Baltimore wins another one. Their second Super Bowl win of the video. Still have a chance to get all NFC teams to at least appear in the Super Bowl. We're still waiting on the Lions and the Packers. AFC, we still have 3 teams we haven't seen yet. The Browns, Texans, and Dolphins. We have another repeat. The Chiefs and the Niners. Pittsburgh almost gets back to the Super Bowl. Lions don't make it out the wild card. Neither do the Packers. Same with the Dolphins and the Texans. Browns lose a close one in the divisional. The Chiefs end up winning this time. Their third Super Bowl win of the video. One last chance for the teams that have not appeared in the Super Bowl to make it. Sim Simulation number 14. And we end up with another appearance by the Cowboys and the Chiefs. Lions got to the divisional, got blown out by Dallas. Texans got to the divisional, lost a close one against the Ravens. The Cowboys get number 6. They almost won half the Super Bowls in this experiment. They end up with the most wins in the video. Chiefs end up with 3, which was second most. The Niners and Ravens tied for third most with 2. And then the Steelers, the 5th and final team that got at least 1 Super Bowl. So 5 out of 14 teams hoisted a Lombardi. Cowboys also had the most appearances. Only other team in the NFC that had more than 1 appearance was the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, the Chiefs had the most appearances in the AFC. Ravens with the second most. Bills with the third most. And then the Steelers with 2 appearances. Unfortunately, we could not get every team in the Super Bowl, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you don't like it for me, how could you not like it for her?